and welcome to the Bottom Line. News about your neighborhood and its condition. News that will allow you to make informed decisions. From downtown to Dover and everywhere in between, it's news that reaches the residents of Wilmington and Newcastle County. News that's real, relevant, revealing. Yes, it's the Bottom Line. Again, good evening. My name is Nicole DeSarette, and I am so happy that you are joining us for this June 6th edition of the Bottom Line. I am here by myself with all of the men that are part of the Bottom Line crew. Woo! You know what? At this point, would everybody just stretch your hand my direction? Because the sister's going to need some help. Because you all know what happens when the testosterone gets going up in here. So I'm going to keep going. We have a wonderful show for you tonight. I will let you in on a little secret. I walked into the studio and they started talking about my clothing. And they wanted to know why I was wearing my church clothes to the Bottom Line this evening. And I said to them, I wore this blue dress for you all, but I'm about to go back in my car and change because y'all cutting up. So there is a reason why I put on blue today. So male members of the Bottom Line, you need to be paying attention. June is Men's Health Month. Oh, so now they're all excited, which is a good thing. And the color is blue. So I put on blue in honor of all of the men who make up the Bottom Line team. So so now they're excited. You know, now they're singing my praises. But next week when I'm not here, they're going to be talking about me. I'm grateful that we have YouTube, so I know who to come after. So seriously, June is Men's Health Month, and went the wrong direction. Lost my train of thought. There is also Men's Health Week that happens the week right before Father's Day. So I want to say that's June 13th to the 19th. You can get online and see lots of information about things to keep the men in your life healthy. I'm going to start off talking a little bit about cancer in men because yesterday was National Cancer Survivors Day. So if you are one of the people with whom I am connected with cancer, congratulations on another Survivors Day. And just to remind you that we don't celebrate just the first Sunday of June, we celebrate life each and every day. The connection between cancer and men's health is that cancer is the second leading cause of death for men in Delaware. Did you hear that? The second leading cause of death. The number one cause of death is heart disease. So throughout the month of June, myself and Deneen will be giving you some information on how you can keep, again, the men in your life healthy. There are 4 types of cancer that are prevalent in men: lung, prostate, skin, and colorectal. So let's talk about lung cancer. The biggest thing you need to know about lung cancer is that it is preventable. If you are a smoker, just stop. If you stop smoking, your body will reap benefits within 48 hours. Not only should you avoid smoking, you should avoid secondhand smoke as well. The other thing that contributes to lung cancer is radon. So please get your homes and your office buildings tested for radon. In terms of prostate cancer, men, you need to get your PSA test done. As you age, your chances of acquiring prostate cancer increase. And unfortunately, black men are more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. If you have a relative that has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, that also increases your odds. Skin cancer. There is a misnomer that people of color don't need sunblock. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Just because we have more melanoma in our skin, we still need protection. Actually, I heard something on KYW a couple of weeks ago. They're actually researching about whether we need sunscreen in the car as well, because our windows aren't tinted enough to protect us. So keep an eye and an ear out for that as a developing story. And of course, colorectal cancer. Please get your test done. Ways that you can take care of yourself include a healthy lifestyle. It's not about a diet. It's not about exercising for 7 days and falling off the wagon and then allowing the wagon to fall on top of you. You have to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Keep up with your doctor visits. So let me say this. Part of our issue, I believe, with the men in our lives can be traced back to the women in their lives. Ladies, we need to know how to talk to the men in our lives, whether they're fathers, husbands, spouses, brothers, whatever the relation is. We need to know how to talk to those men and not nag at them about taking care of themselves. We already know, women, that when they get lost, they're not going to ask for directions. So when they get sick, we need to be a little more mindful of how we approach the subject when they take ill. Because when they get sick, they're like big babies. And we all know that, women. I see you all nodding your heads. My husband doesn't go to the doctor without me. If I have a conflict, we are canceling the appointment. You need to go and hear what he is hearing so that at home you can reinforce what the doctor is suggesting. We need to continue to be educated about our health, and we need to have conversations at home about family history. If there's someone in your family who has had an issue with prostate cancer, you need to have a conversation about that because it impacts future generations. A couple of quick things, and then I'm going to go over to Elder Ty because he's giving me that Elder Ty look like, come on, Nicole, it's my turn. You're talking too much. A couple of things you need to think about, men. Make sure you are getting enough sleep. Sleep is not only important for young children, it's equally important for adults. Please get a good night rest. I already spoke about tobacco. If you're smoking, please stop. Movement. You have to get active and you have to continue to eat healthy. The men in the United States are living sicker and they're dying younger. That's a problem. And ladies, we need to do our part to help turn it around. We need to encourage the men in our lives to live longer and healthier lives. When I was doing some research online, I went to the Men's Health Network, and they had a phrase that I just thought captured everything so well, and I'm going to repeat it. We want to reach the men where they live, where they work, where they play, and where they pray. So we need to hit the men on the job, in our homes, on the basketball courts, if that's where they're playing, and within our churches. So, to all of the men in the audience, enjoy your Men's Health Month and do what you can to remain healthy. And again, we'll continue to help you out from the bottom line. Enough of me. I need to keep this train rolling. We have State Rep Charles Potter in the house. We have Elder Ty, we have Reverend Cal, and we have Mr. Shaquem. And did I see Ed Johnson come in too?
Oh,
all
yeah.
Right. You know he's got some sports to talk about. And if you saw that game, if you can call it a game, but you know what? Wednesday's coming.
Watch it now.
Wednesday's coming. So I better rein it on in. We're going over to Studio B with Elder Ty. Take it away.
Can I get a ho? Can I get a hey for the woman in blue? Yeah! Hey. Hello, everybody, everywhere. Welcome to the Bottom Line, the news section, and I'm back. I was gone last week because my manager had to talk to the state rep because you know I needed just a little more time. Psych, I'm playing. But I'm back, and I know what Nicole was saying. We love you. We love the dress. We love the info. I'm a cancer survivor, and we was talking about it the other day that men, not only do we need to pray, not only do we need, you have to have an organized system of belief that gives you meaning and purpose in your life. And along with that, you've got to eat right. And I'm doing berries, blueberries. I'm doing a lot of nuts, Deneen. I'm doing some of that other stuff to keep it moving, keep it flowing, so that other stuff is out of there. 2 years for me. Hallelujah! Can you say hallelujah? Oh, yes, it is. 2 years cancer-free. Now, in my contract last week, my manager said, I can say that I'm running for office, and incidentally, congratulations to Sister Velda Potter. Put her name in the hat. Oh, yeah, you're going to talk about that a little later? Yes, ma'am. Ladies on the move. Yes, ma'am. But I can say that September the 13th, yours truly will be on the ballot for city council at large. Yes, and I need you. I need you. Let's not play games. Let's not play games. I've been doing what I could do, running for Jesus, running for Jesus. And now I've asked him just to let me do something a little different. Let me run for the people. Let me serve you just a little bit different. Now, all eyes is around the nation. And tomorrow, we'll be looking to see if Bernie and Hillary, the big duking it out. We're seeing Hillary's going to come off, and we're seeing waiting for this doctor. Tell me who this doctor might be that is the first most powerful woman in the world. I didn't get to Google her and get her name, but when she weighs in, it's going to determine whether the women are going to be going for Hillary or going for the Donald Trump. Yeah, him. They're going to be going. So we're going to be watching tomorrow. All eyes will be on California. The Reverend Cow's in here. I got to be careful tonight. I got to be real careful tonight. We got to be real careful tonight because he hold his own. You understand what I'm saying? But we are getting ready for the Duke It Out, the big Duke It Out in California tomorrow. Now, around locally, folks are gearing up. A lot of folks are running. Listen, that lip slapping and all that talking right, walking left, we're not going for it, treating us like we are not intelligent voters. Later for that. We're going to register, we're going to vote, and we're going to vote intelligently. So what you do, if a person cannot tell you, one, what the office delivers, what they plan, stop listening to, I'm going to do this, how do you know what you're going to do when you're not in the seat? You got to get in the seat, and you got to talk to some folks that's in the seat and see if you can work with them so that you might work for us. So we're not going for the okie doke. Enough of that. Every Friday at 10 a.m., we're meeting at Hicks Anderson Community Center, which is at 5th and Madison, to talk about how we might eradicate violence in this city. You know we have a problem with gun violence. We're not unlike all urban cities. There's guns everywhere, and we're not going to talk about who's bringing the guns. We're not going to talk about who has the guns. We're going to talk about reducing the demand for the gun. And that means we're going to change the thinking and the behavior. That's what we're going to focus on. So if you represent a community agency, if you represent a civic association, you're welcome. You're welcome 10 o'clock Friday morning at the Hicks Anderson Community Center. Big kudos to Dwight L. Davis, who did the Pardon Project, Innocence Project. He showed folks how they might go about getting their record straight if they messed up and that kind of stuff. Once or twice in their life, they did some prison time. He's got it all laid out on how you go about getting a pardon. And you need to get a pardon. You need to be working within the process to understand what the policies and that sort of thing is. He had a lot of influential people there. Meanwhile, across town, Pastor D over at Joshua Harvest was doing that thing called I Gotta Clean Up What I Messed Up. And he was working at the same time. He had lawyers over there. He had a couple judges over there. And they were going around, they were accepting folks who wanted to get their lives straightened out, and they were doing one-on-ones. I like it. I'm not going to say that he following his big brother. When we did the Fugitive Safe Surrender program, 1,743 people turned themselves into U.S. Marshals. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, Brother Dwight, Pastor D, keep it popping, baby. We need this kind of thing coming from the ground level. Also, if you're in that 1% that's controlling the wealth and the power, we saying don't buy that yacht. Don't buy that yacht. Don't buy that Maserati. Don't buy that Ferrari. We need you to put some of that money in the community to the people that's making it happen. And we're going to make sure that they do the right thing. They're not going to buy that purple Rolls Royce. No, no, no. We're going to make sure the children do the right thing. Incidentally, a lot of young people graduating. Congratulations if you made it. You got your cap and gown. Woo! We see you, baby. We see you. You on to big things now. Cap and gown. Ready for it. And education is not only academics, but it's experiential knowledge. It's reaching back, talking to those elders and those who are making it happen for you. Lastly, Friday night, oh Lord, at the Grand Opera House right here in Wilmington. Nephew Tommy is coming. Big OP production. It starts, doors open at 7:30. Show is at 8:30. Y'all don't meet us there. You beat us there. OP has got those tickets, and I guess you can get them over at the Potter's Insurance. So call OP Production for Nephew Tommy this Friday night. Shaquem is here. He's headed back to Detroit. We're going to talk about Ali. I like that part we talked about Howard. You know Howard. We're going over to Studio A. Go over to Studio A, man. I can't wait.
All right. I'm glad to be back in the house. I'm glad to see these wonderful faces again. But I come to you on another note. We are going back to Flint, Michigan. It's very important that we get the whole community's help. We'll be leaving on June the 24th, and we'll be arriving sometime on the 25th and heading back home on the 26th. It is very important that we do as much as we can. Last time we got over 100 cases of water. This time we want over 200 cases of water. We need feminine products, baby products. We need as much stuff as people can donate. We are also looking for monetary donations. There are a lot of expenses going up to Flint. We learned that the first time. Now it's the second time. Now we expect to do things a lot bigger and a lot better. We have a lot more people who will be working with us to help us, make sure that this is more successful, make sure that everything is done, correctly. Last time we had a lot of help. This time we have even more help. We hope that the city of Wilmington, wink, wink, hint, hint, would reach out and, donate at least $1 this time, at least help something, a case of water, something. I've tagged a lot of city council leaders, a lot of people in the city, prominent people in the city to help see if they are able to donate or get someone who is able to donate. There are a lot of organizations who know about this. So it's time for us to get a move on it, make sure things are happening. Again, you can drop off at Sepia Cleaners, which is located at 336 South Hill Street in Wilmington, Delaware, in the 19801 zip code. Again, it's on the corner of A and Hill Street. You're more than welcome to donate and drop your donations off there. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can hit me on Facebook. Shaquem Nottingham on Facebook. You can hit me on Instagram, FlyGuy101. That is FLYYGUY 101. Also, if you would like, you can definitely call my phone. It is always on. I'm always having it. It's 302-521-3041. Again, we need your help. It takes all of us to make a difference. That is pretty much all I have to say in reference to the Flint, Michigan. We'll be going back over to Studio C.
Welcome back to The Bottom Line. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Shaquem and I'm thinking, wow, the elders on the Bottom Line crew, you know, they are really training him. He is fly guy one-on-one. I like that, Shaquem. That's hot. That's hot. Okay, I digress. So I have a guest in the studio, and before I bring her on, I would like to say Elder Ty warmed up this seat here, and he mentioned that he is running for city council at large. His motto is that he's the person to get it done. He is having a fundraiser on Thursday, June 30th from 6 to 8 at the Clarion Hotel. Come on out, support him, say hello, shake his hand, do all of that. I wanted you to know that you can financially support him. Elder Ty Johnson, our own Bottom Line First Mate. Speaking of what else is happening with the Bottom Line crew, he also mentioned that Mrs. Velda Jones Potter is running for city treasurer. And I would like you to know that her fundraising campaign will be held on Saturday, July 9th at the Police Athletic League of Wilmington. That time frame is 5 to 8. Tickets are $25. The PAL is located 3707 North Market Street. You can get tickets from Marva Richardson, or you can stop by State Rep's office on Broome Street. I started the show today talking about men's health, and I have a special guest who has information about ways that you can get information to take care of yourself. And I am so happy to have with me Miss Lisa Frank. How are you, Lisa?
Good, how are you?
I'm so glad that you are here. And if you've ever been to the Wilmington Library, she should be a familiar face. She is the administrative librarian, and the library has something special going on this summer for adults. So what would you like our audience to know, Lisa?
Well, thanks for having me, Nicole.
Sure.
I'm excited to be here. The Wilmington Library is having the summer reading program. It's not just for children and teens. Adults can have fun too. This year's Adult Summer Reading Challenge theme is Exercise Your Mind, Read. And that includes topics like health, wellness, exercise, and self-improvement. This year's summer reading program runs from June 1st to August 15th. We have a lot of fun and exciting programs scheduled this summer, which we will kick off our first annual wellness fair, which is scheduled this Wednesday, June 8th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Wilmington Library. We'll have over 10 vendors giving out information and goodies that will help improve your health, wellness, and help you to become fit. We hope to see you there. We'll have a lot of programs scheduled this summer, such as Champion Body by Antoine Maybank. He was the 1996 Olympic gold medal winner.
Okay.
Mindful meditation, Health is Your Wealth, Stressed Out Society, University of Delaware's Cooperative Extension, Would Your Kitchen Pass a Safety Inspection? Delaware Food Bank's Rethink Your Drink, which is an interesting program because it makes you take a look at how much sugar you're drinking. In anything from milk to apple juice to your average sports drink. You wouldn't believe how much sugar you're drinking. We also have Waking Kitchen's Healthy Diet, and they have a couple programs where they will teach their participants how to have a healthy diet on a budget, and the whole family is welcome to every one of the programs.
As you were talking about the topics, and you said your health is your wealth, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I do a workshop called Your Health is Your Wealth, and then it dawned on me, I'm teaching that workshop for you.
You are.
So I'll be teaching Your Health is Your Wealth, as well as a workshop that I've entitled SOS, Stressed Out Society.
Yes.
And, you know, SOS is an acronym for help. And our stress levels are so high, people need help. So that's why, you know, I did the play on words like that. But when you and I initially spoke earlier this year, Lisa, just your concept of having programs to get people out of their offices during the summer, I just thought was just such a phenomenal concept. Because, you know, people who sit at cubicles, we sit down so much more than we did, you know, compared to our ancestors. And you go to work, you may go in at 9 o'clock and now it's 5 o'clock and you don't even know that the sun is shining or that it's raining or anything because we spend so much time sitting down. So I'm glad that the library is doing something to get people out of their offices and then to expose them to information that's going to be beneficial not only to them as a person, but to their family as a whole as well. So thank you for this theme. I think it's a great theme. And again, the theme is exercise your mind, read. And it started a couple days ago on June 1st, and it will conclude on August 15th.
Right.
And if you'd like to get some more information, you can show up this Wednesday, the 8th, for the free health fair. And that time frame is 11 to 2, correct?
Yes, it
okay.
is.
Anything else we should know about programs at the library for the summer?
We also have programs to keep your mind fit too. You can check them out by going to our webpage at www.wilmington.lib.de.us.
Great. And all of the summer programming is free of charge, correct?
It is.
So you'll get some valuable information that will help improve your health. You need to be there. I hope to see you at some point during the summer. Any closing remarks, Lisa?
We also have Beanstack where you can log your books online.
Okay, and this is something new, correct?
It is. It is brand new.
Beanstack.
It's delaware.beanstack.org, and you can check that out online on our webpage. And we hope to see you there at the library.
Great. So we've been talking about programming for adults, but there's also programming for children at the library. Make it a family affair. Mom, dad, grandma, take the children. You know, the nice thing about books, and I'm a former teacher, so I love books. You can go anywhere in a book. You know, pick up a book and you find yourself in India. Pick up a book, you find yourself in Hawaii, wherever. So take advantage of the library this summer. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being here. And I hope to see you at some point at the Wilmington Library. Our sports guy is ready to roll. Take it away, Ed.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the sports edition of the show. I want to start off by on a sad note, which the round table is going to discuss this guy. And I had the pleasure of watching some of his fights when he was a young man, as Muhammad Ali passed away this weekend. And it's my opinion, he was the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. For those of us who was able to witness this young man as he was named Cassius Clay, as I did, I got a great treat because not only did he bring greatness to the ring, but his old saying, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, that's why they call me Muhammad Ali, as he was great. This guy, man, would be greatly missed, and our condolences go out to him and his entire family. As I'm telling you, I was truly blessed as a young man, by around 8 years old when I saw one of his first fights, and he was named Cassius Clay then, and this guy he just was a presence in my mind for many years to come, and I've been a fan of him in my entire life, and once again, our prayers and condolences go out to his entire family. Next, I want to go to the French Open. For the third straight Grand Slam final, Serena Williams lost, this time in straight sets to Garbine Muguruza. She lost 7-5, 6-4, and I think that Serena's starting to lose a step or two. As I was watching her through her matches, and she looked a little bit like she was on the pudgy side. I don't know if she is not training or she's not, doing the right thing, but she's still the #1 player in the world, and she still is better than most players or all the players. But I think she's just losing a step or two as she's getting closer and closer to winning the most Grand Slams of all times. Good luck to her in the upcoming tournaments, and I hope she bounces back because that's my girl. On the men's side, Novak Djokovic defeated Andy Murray to secure his first French Open title, along with his first career Grand Slam, and that is holding all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time or winning them all in 1 year. And that's not the calendar slam. That is just a Grand Slam where he has all 4 titles at the same time. Congrats to him and his entire family. Hockey. San Jose Sharks will host the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Matter of fact, that game is underway right now. They're down 2-1 to Sidney Crosby and his Penguins. This is a must game for San Jose, as they cannot afford to go down 3-1, as the Penguins have not lost back-to-back games this entire playoffs. The Penguins lost game 3 at San Jose. So we'll see what happens tonight, and I predict the Penguins will win this in 5 or 6 games. Good luck to all on there. NFL. Johnny Manziel is looking for a landing spot in the NFL. To me, this guy needs to change some of his bad habits in order for him to make a comeback. If he doesn't change those habits, he'll never make a comeback in the NFL. Also, Denver's Aqib Talib was shot in the leg at a Dallas nightclub last night. And he's going to miss the club's. Well, he missed the club's meeting with at the White House today. The rest of the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos met with the president today, and I guess they had a good time at the White House. That's it for the NFL. Baseball. We're about 1/3 of the way through with the season. There's more than 100 games to go right now. The Chicago Cubs own the best record in baseball. That's followed by the San Francisco Giants, the Washington Nationals, the Texas Rangers, the Boston Red Sox, and any one of those teams can come out and get hot and win it all at the end. It depends on who gets hot coming down the stretch that's going to win that. Now we're going to talk about the NBA. Golden State Warriors crushed the Cleveland Cavaliers last night to take a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals, heading to Cleveland. Kevin Love has a concussion and might not play. It looks to me that the Cavs are just outmatched in this Finals. The Warriors, after coming back from being down 3-1 against Oklahoma City, just plain look like the much better team. The Cavs have lost 6 straight games to the Warriors, dating back to the last year's Finals. Unless the LeBron-led Cavaliers can figure out something and going home, this is going to be a very short NBA Finals. The Warriors' defense, to me, is winning these games at this point. Golden State just plain looks like the better team. The Cavs play in the weak Eastern Division or Eastern Conference, while the Warriors must battle in a tough Western Conference. And I said all along that no team will beat Golden State in a 7-game series, and I still hold true to that. I think they're going to win this series 5 games or 6 games. In closing, Steph Curry and Aldridge of the San Antonio Spurs will not play in the Olympics. They're just a host of other players who are bowing out. It just seems like these guys want to rest up for the next upcoming season. And remember that the NBA Finals revert back to the 2-2-1-1-1. That is 2 games in Golden State, 2 games in Cleveland, and then 1 game go back to Golden State, 1 back to Cleveland, and the final game in Golden State if needed. And last but not least, Charles's New York Knicks hired Jeff Hornacek to be their next coach. And we're going back over to Studio A.
Well, welcome to the round table. We got a lot to discuss today. First, I'm going to get an announcement out the way, and I know Ty has an announcement. Then we're going to get deeply involved in the conversation around the greatest, Muhammad Ali, the best ever. This actually, I got to get this phone. I'm getting high tech, like my man next to me. This announcement is for the 1st District Councilman Namdi. It says, earn the bling. I can do 26-2. It's a free 8-week youth program. Free 8-week program. Ages from 4 through 12, every Monday and Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Bring your children over to PS DuPont. That's in the greatest district in the state, the 1st District, my district.
Our district.
701 West 34th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. The program will run from June 13th through August the 5th. Pre-registration is encouraged. You can go online to www.earnthebling.com. Earn the Bling, but not required. You don't have to It's good nutrition, exercise, healthy kids. I Can Do 26-2. It's 8 weeks filled with awards, food, and fun and education. Young people can run, cool down, and have some fun. And parents, you should attend with them because you're always talking about there's nothing to do. There's a lot to do. You can go to the library, you can come to this, and the churches are open every day. Ty, I know you got another announcement before we get into this.
Bless you. I just want to say, Ed does a good job with those sports.
Oh, he's
doesn't he?
excellent, yes. But
Excellent.
one problem is, I think, I'm going for the underdog with Cleveland, but we're not going to speak on this a lot of time because we got to talk about Ali. But
Man,
I
look,
think
I'm
Golden
telling you,
State.
Ed, bad boy. Ed,
Yes.
And what? You mad because you talking about the Knicks? Is that?
No. My team's not winning. That's why I'm mad.
Oh, well, don't hate, man. Ed said, don't hate, appreciate. All right, look, I just want to say one more time, in all fairness to OP Production.
Yeah.
There's a big show, comedy show coming up Friday night, everybody. And we really need you to come out and support it. You know, Nephew Tommy, Steve Harvey, Morning Show. Steve Harvey Morning Show. Tommy Short. I don't want to say he still got that Napoleonic complex.
Okay.
Because Shaquem's sitting here, you know what I mean?
All right.
I want to say that, but this is Friday night at the Grand Opera House.
Yeah, support OP.
Support OP. Come on out. And let me just say, Nikisha Bailey is the host, and they got some local folks, man. Nate, the landlord, he's a comedian, and Alonzo Lonnie Webb.
I think that's going to be a great show. Now, this show is dedicated to Muhammad Ali.
The greatest.
The greatest. And Cal, I'm going to start with you. You brought us some props, then we're going to go to Shaquem.
I thought I found the gold medal, but
Well, he's a boxer.
Yes.
You know he's a boxer.
It was something. It was something that I had that kind of resembled. I thought about it.
Right.
Ali meant a lot to my father when he fought. He was Cassius Clay when he fought Sonny Liston.
Right.
My father was a Sonny Liston man. And you know, we
Turmoil in that house.
We young people. No, we wasn't like turmoil. My father, it was some rules. We did.
Scotty didn't say that.
No, we didn't say much.
You didn't talk back.
But all the young people, we had never seen a young black man that was so
Right.
charismatic.
Right.
He just kind of revolutionized this fight game.
Right.
Right.
And when we heard him, and all of us, we was just.
He was inspirational, wasn't
He
he?
was inspirational.
We had somebody to look up to.
You did, and at that time, we didn't have people at that time talking back to white people.
Right.
And
Well, but Cal, not only white people, the system.
but yeah,
I
but
would say the system.
you tell it. Wait,
yeah,
you tell.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
tell.
Let
Let
me
me tell. Let
he
me tell.
spoke to the
Let me tell my
system.
story.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
tell
all
your
right,
story.
All right,
All right,
cool.
go ahead.
All right, cool.
Okay, at that time for me, you know, at living in the projects in Riverside, I never heard black people talk to white people like that. And the Nation of Islam, at that time, while you know we grew up in the church, we just appreciated, looked like somebody standing up for us. We was young and impressionable at that time. Of course, we grew up and everything else grew up with us, our mentality and everything.
Right.
But at that time, it meant something to us. And when he beat Sonny Liston.
Yes, he did.
Now listen, my father didn't say, cause we had this big radio. We didn't have no TV then.
Because it gave you thought in your
Yeah,
mind, creativity.
yeah. So we just had the big radio on and we heard it, you know, man, and we was just hyped. So everybody in the
And your fist was
neighborhood,
going,
everybody in the neighborhood wanted
His brother
to
Scotty was the
get
fighter.
the Ali shuffle.
That's right.
And all that there. And
Sting
you
like
know,
a butterfly.
And then over the years, you know, his position on Vietnam
Yes.
and stuff like that. Now, even though I know that for a lot of people it didn't go well, and I was a different guy that year era, but I could certainly the inspiration and how he changed the thought pattern for us.
Yes, he did.
It made it different for me, and I mean I just wanted to respect him. I never was a good fighter, but. You know, I work out in the gym. We
He was
box.
a boxer. You were a
And-
boxer.
and-
Don't say that.
And so, but we
He used to box.
and so we just, you know, a lot of us, man, when he passed away,
Yes.
it kind of just set deep.
He's
with us.
family. Yeah,
He's family. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shaquem, am I doing better?
Yes, you are.
All right.
From a young person's perspective.
From a young person's perspective.
Right.
I like to say I would like to have all those memories and all those, you know, accolades to give to him, but unfortunately for us, we're not the Ali era. We're not, you know, we only can see what we see on TV. You know, you actually was there. You actually heard it. Y'all actually was, you know, around when he was still fighting.
Absolutely.
When I was born, I believe he was just finishing. So it's just like, you know, us to just see the mark, the impression that he left, the legacy that he left, just the fact we see his daughter. We see his daughter. So it's like, okay, so we see just the how serious she is about her craft. We see the, you know, how she handles herself in the ring. We can just imagine how the father was. We, you know, it's like one of those situations where, you know, I may not know who he was, but I know what he left. I know, you know, what type of legacy and what type of skill set that he instilled in his daughter.
You know what he left because you heard a lot of people talking about it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, Ali. I mean, you know, rest in peace. But he's gonna be missed.
He left some core values.
He did. Let me, you know, I got a couple of his best quotes, and one was, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." You know, you've kind of heard that before. Don't count the days, make the days count. See, he was very poetic, you know, and inspirational. Only a man who knows what it's like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even. Couple more, and we're gonna get to you, and then we're gonna play a little tape. A man who has no imagination has no wings. Think about that. It's not bragging if you can back it up, right?
That's right.
That's right.
No brag, just fact.
I'm not the greatest, I'm the double greatest. Ali, he just didn't play around, you know. So, Ty, and then once Ty finished, if we could run a little footage.
Let me just say this. My condolences go out to the family of Muhammad Ali, all of those who supported him, Spike Lee, who jumped right to the forefront and did a tribute. And then the tribute that's, of course, going on, I think, is tomorrow. But more than that, I remember Shaquem when we were young. His brother is a notorious boxer. He won't Cal won't talk about.
Well, he got a couple hickeys from him. That's why.
Yeah, he won't give his brother accolades.
Oh, will. I talk about Scotty Brown all the time.
His brother taught me how to box and I used to keep him close. And then there was another brother in the hood by the name of Brant Redden.
I know Brant.
And Brant's my cousin. Ali came to Kingswood. One thing they don't talk about is how Ali loved children, loved to get out and have fun. And he knew what he was doing when he talked about the suppression, the oppression of this system, but he never held that against young white kids or white people. You would see him on TV talking to little white children, and they would be punching him in the face. I hate you, you know, and they didn't understand that he would make up things when all the people gathered round that night. They never thought that they would see the launching of the first black satellite.
That's right.
And then Howard Cosell, he had a rivalry with Howard, and Howard had a toupee, and we didn't even know what toupees were.
What
you
did
know,
he say to him about
he
that?
said, Howard, I'll knock that toupee around, Howard. He said, I made you, Howard. He said, you didn't make me Cassius. You didn't. He said, you call me Cassius again, and I'll knock that toupee sideways.
And you know what else? He worked for Muhammad Ali, but they didn't have a written contract. You know what they had? The gentleman's handshake, honor, integrity. Remember
Well, your word meant something.
Yes, and wasn't he a conscientious ejector? And got out of the,
sure.
It made a difference in the impact that he had and the whole spear.
Right.
And Ty brought up my brother Scotty. My brother Scotty, one time, I didn't think nobody could beat him in a fair fight. I thought he was just that good.
Right.
But he was in he got shot.
Right. He was the first one.
In the gang fight.
He was the first one to get shot.
And he ended up becoming
DJ's corner.
One of the top black executive at AstraZeneca.
He was wonderful.
From a bullet hole,
Right.
it forced him to go to college end up with a master's degree
From
in
the
computer
bottom
science.
to the top, to
yeah.
the rooftop.
And so he told me that he showed me I didn't like fight, but he would show me how to fight, and I learned that. You know, this was what we did. We didn't kill each other like
right,
today.
right.
Sometimes we had a circle in Riverside. They put
had to get in there and fight.
We had to go out there and they'd size you up
Yes.
and make you box with each other. And if you lost, you
And
just
it's
shook
over.
hands.
Yeah.
And we never. Those are the kind of instilled values that we had. And Ali, he was typical of that, of being masculine, but not being terrorist.
And
And
let me
stuff.
do this. If Ivan is ready, if he can cue up that and run some of that footage, let's do it.
He should donate his family. He's so ugly. He should donate his family.
If you even dream of beating me, you better wake up and apologize.
Float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see.
That man's so ugly, he should donate his whole face to the U.S. Bureau of Wildlife.
I'm not the greatest.
I'm not the greatest.
I'm the double greatest.
I'm the double greatest.
Not only do I knock him down, I pick the rounds.
I should be a postage stamp. That's the only way I ever get licked.
I'll beat him so bad he'll need a shoehorn to put his hat on.
Last week I murdered a rock.
I injured a stone.
Hospitalized a brick.
I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
That's just a little taste of Muhammad Ali, the greatest, the greatest, the greatest.
So, Sakeem, just so you know, there's more written about Muhammad Ali than anybody in the history of the world. And that's in the Guinness Book of World Records. I was so shocked to learn that and to know that he had made such an impression on people around the globe. So it wasn't just a United States thing. It wasn't just a North America thing. It was a world thing. So he's to be celebrated eternally.
And let me say this, you know, there are going to be a lot of people at his, you can say memorial or funeral, because I believe actually there's a different way the Muslims.
In janazah.
Yes.
A
So that'd be 3
janazah is
days,
a little,
right?
yeah. Normally, the janazah is when they scrub the body and shroud. It's generally quickly, but because of his world impact,
Right.
they're going to do the janazah, and then they're going to have an interfaith service for him.
Right.
Because a lot of Christians loved him, you know, and so did Indians. I think they got people coming from Saudi Arabia,
All over together.
India,
Turkish
coming
president.
Yeah.
You're going to have King Abdul of Jordan. Former U.S. President Clinton is expected to speak at the Friday service, to be held at 2 p.m. And just people from all over the world, because everybody knows him. So I want to say this and just shift gears real quick, and then we'll close. You want to say one thing real quick in closing, 30 seconds.
Listen, we can never say enough about Muhammad Ali, but let's say this. His daughter said that she left them a legacy of core values. I can't repeat them. One was respect, one was love of people, one was love of your craft. And if we could just get to our young people today and let them know, no matter what station of life you're in, the environment, you're bigger than whatever you see. Go for what you know.
I would just say the power of one man, one woman could change a whole concept in the world.
That's right.
One thing that I really take away from this whole situation is that everybody talked about how strong of a person he was, how dedicated he was, how much of he felt for his craft, and for him, the situation that happened, for his organs to shut down, all but his heart for the last 30 minutes. His heart kept beating 30 minutes after all his organs shut down. That just showed his strength and his power.
Yes.
Just to hold on.
And I think one of the main things to remember the greatest from 1942 to 2016, Muhammad Ali, don't count the days, make the days count. And now, I'm going to switch gears real quick. And there's another countdown tomorrow. Hillary Clinton will officially become the nominee of the Democratic Party. So she'll reach that 2383. And one other thing, when people run for office, remember, experience counts, qualification counts, and expertise count, and check but verify, like you said earlier, check their background and see if the things they say they've done are true and if they had those educations they say they have. We're going to throw it over to Nicole.
I hope you know that we have a good time here on the Bottom Line, but I just must say to the crew, that was a very touching tribute to be in the presence of people who actually met Muhammad Ali and to hear some of the stories and the things that you'll remember. Thank you, gentlemen. My hat's off to you for what you did in that salute. And they gave us some things to really think about. We can talk all day long and for weeks about Ali's legacy. What about your legacy? Think about that. Think about that. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the Bottom Line crew, State Rep Charles Potter, Shaquem, Elder Ty, Reverend Cal, my name is Nicole D. Surrett, and we look forward to seeing you next Monday, same time, same place. Have an excellent week. Take care.